Hello everyone, Violet here. This is my tarot and oracle card collection. Today we are going to look at this Mudra oracle card deck and the Wicca Deck. Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the Mudra Deck and the Wicca Deck. These two decks I relate directly to my spiritual practice. They're very practical. They're decks that, I'm Wiccan, so I pull this and I think about my practice overall and the path that it's going in. And the mudras I use directly in my practice. So I use them for meditation. I pull them regularly. I pull one every 2 weeks and work with a new mudra when I meditate. Let's go ahead and start with the Wicca Deck. So this is by Sally Morningstar, and it's illustrated by Danuta Mayer. Alright, so these cards come with this book, and they're numbered, and basically each one it says a vibration, the key words, and then it has a little description, and then a meaning. Then down here you can see the high note and the low note. I like this because, like the tarot, each card has its ups and downs, its ebb and flow. And that is the book. At the back you've got different spreads that you can use. Let's take a look. So these cards have this pentagram at the back. They feel really nice in my hand. Okay. So I'm just gonna flip through so you can get an idea. So we have the owl, the crone, moon, six-rayed star, crystal ball, the horned god, holy water, Shekinah, wizard, the silver bow, nemesis, bell, black cat, the green man, bat, spiral, wand, I feel like they're all upside down, cord, mirror, spider, cone of power, oops, I grabbed two, broomstick, sword, cloak, neophyte, raven, cauldron, chalice, athame, pentacle, the high priest, holy stone, spell, the queen of elfame, candle, Gaia, cave, book of shadows, serpent, the familiar, the lady, and Aradia. I absolutely love this deck. I think that the illustrations are gorgeous, and I find it to be so useful and practical. It feels like it always relates directly to my practice. So I absolutely love this deck, and I recommend it, especially if you are Wiccan as well. So now let's take a look at the Mudra cards. There are different versions of this deck, and I got the ones that are related to the 5 elements. Because I find that to be more closely related to my witchcraft practice. So it kind of merges some elements of that with the mindfulness as well. They have a deck like this, I think, also relating to the chakras, which I also work with the chakras that I really like this one. So this is called Mudras for Awakening the 5 Elements. It's written by Alison De Nicola, and the artwork is by Sabina Espinet. It has an introduction and some history of the mudras and the elements, and it shows how your hand is related to the 5 elements, which makes the mudra, of course, how to practice mudras. It's got a lot of really good information in different spreads. Again, talks about the aura and the different seasons. And then we get into the cards. So with each card, you will get an image of what the mudra looks like in your hand. And then it'll say what it assists, the benefits, the element, the instructions, caution, focus, and practice. So the practice part gives you sort of like a meditation to follow when using it. The focus is like an intention you can focus on with your mind. I don't think all of them have a caution, but this one says do not practice in early pregnancy. So that's interesting. But it's supposed to affect the energy flow in your body overall, these mudras. So let's take a look. So I separated out the elements because when I'm drawing a mudra, it's more useful to draw the mudra, not the element, but I'll go ahead and show you them here. So we've got the water element, and on the back of it, it gives you suggested yoga poses, sense, energy center, symbols, rules, and qualities. You have your air element, your fire element, your earth element, and then the 5th element is space or ether element, which I think is similar to the idea of spirit as being the 5th element. So I really related to this since in Wicca there are 5 elements, and in a lot of witchcraft and magical practices. So depending on the color of the cards, they relate to the element. And the cards actually have on either side, they have the information. They have most of the information that you would get in the book on the back, except for the practice. So you have to open up the book to see the actual a meditation that goes along with it. But otherwise, assists through focus is on the back of the card. So you have information on the back of the card, and then you have the image on the front. So when I'm pulling cards, I keep this as being in the back, and then I'll draw the card like that. Let's just flip through and take a look at these mudras. Spaciousness, potential, manifesting, inner wisdom, purifying, vitality, open heart, expansion, energize, creative power, deepening, union, empowerment, activation, healing, balance, flow, inner sense, alignment, compassion, assimilation, inner listening, lightness, universal light, steadiness, assertion, focus, receptivity, wholeness, integration, trust, stillness, giving, peace, and stability. And one little anecdote I will say is that when I met my now fiance, I had pulled the open heart card, which I had never seen before. And I was like, wow, you're just, you're making a heart with your hands. And of course, each card I work with for about 2 weeks. So during that period of time is when I met my fiance, and I find that to be really cool. So there we are. Those are the Mudra cards. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking a look at these decks. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of them, if you practice Wicca, if you practice meditation, if you think that they would be useful for you regardless of your practice. So curious to hear what you think. And please like the video if you do. I'm a new channel, so subscribing also really, really helps my channel grow. And I hope to see you in another video. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.